Damon Shaw, Tranmere Futsal manager. A big match this weekend. Just give us an idea why it's so big in the context of the season you have.
Yeah, it's a big match for us because, well, we lost the last 2 games, so obviously we want to get back into a winning feeling, which we did. We did start well and we got a few wins under the belt, lost the last 2 games, so it's a big match in terms of we want to get back to winning ways. We want to push for the top 2 places, which is in our reach now. But also it's a big match because this weekend the FA are coming down to assess the club on and off the pitch, with hopefully a view of getting an invitation to the Super League next season.
So how will the Super League work then?
Yeah, the format's changing in English futsal. The FA are introducing a 1-tier Super League. It'll be a national league, so there'll be teams from all over the country in that. And underneath that there'll be 2 leagues, North and South, and then below that 4 leagues, more regionalised. Currently we're in the 2nd division, and obviously the aim of the club is to be playing in the elite of English futsal and beyond.
So what does that elite league mean generally? Is that mirroring what's happening around the world?
Yeah, it'll be a more serious, a higher quality league that will bring the best clubs in the country together, and it'll really push the game of futsal on in the league with hopefully more media coverage, more interest from the fans, and some really good clubs in that league.
So you're hoping to be invited into that based on this weekend and what you can prove. How well placed do you think you are to be a part of it?
As a club, I believe we've got one of the top structures, mostly because we've got the backing from the chairman, and they want to see it grow as a sport in its own right. It's helping the club in terms of player development as well, but they want a futsal club that's competing at the elite. So I believe we've got one of the top clubs in the country. Obviously it's new, so in terms of performance on the pitch and training the kids in the academy, that's going to take time, but in terms of structure and backing of the club, I think we've got that already.
But many people might say that futsal is still sort of normal football, if that's the right word, for its little brother. Is your sort of ambition to sort of get it up with football and class it amongst the best?
It's probably correct. I don't think it never will get to the heights of football in terms of money, interest. It never will, but it can get to a level of. I think basketball's quite big in England. I think it can get to those sorts of levels, and the Netball Super League, that's something that got TV coverage, a lot of fans going to the games, and I'm absolutely confident that futsal can and should be a sport that's recognised in those sort of levels. Football it'll never reach, but there are other sports in England that I believe futsal should be on a par with.
Is it part of your job to promote obviously what Tranmere do within futsal, but the futsal game as a whole then to gather this sort of media and personal interest?
Obviously my job's at Tranmere and my focus is Tranmere, but I think the fact that Tranmere are doing this and they've employed me and are backing futsal, that's making the rest of the country sit up and take note, and I hope other clubs will follow suit. There are a few other clubs around the country, football clubs, that do have futsal sections within the club. None quite like what Tranmere, none with the backing of the chairman as we have. And I hope if we do well and if this project really takes off, then other clubs, even bigger clubs, might get involved as well.
I know you said you lost your last 2 games, but you started from scratch at the start of the season. You're 3rd in your regional league at the moment. You could be in for promotion. So overall, you must be pretty happy with how it's going.
Yeah, I came in with the ambition to compete at the top of this league, but I knew York City would also be a big threat to us. So top 2 would be the aim, and always was the aim, with getting a good structure and a good foundation this season. So yeah, I'm happy even more so with the academies we've got set up, because now we've got a plan for the future, and give us 5-10 years, and we're going to be creating our own players and feeding them into the first team. So yeah, I'm happy overall. I would have liked to win every game, but obviously these things don't come straight away. So yeah, in terms of performance on the pitch, we've had some really good games. We've had a couple of really bad ones as well. But it's finding that balance of getting the right players and getting the training right.
And for those who want to go on Sunday, where is it? How much does it cost? What time?
It's a 3 o'clock kick-off at the recreation centre behind the Cop at Prenton Park. It's £3 entry. Kids get discounts, and this weekend we're doing a campaign with Women's Aid to I don't want to say support domestic violence, to.
Support the
Support the campaign against domestic violence.
And you just mentioned then how it can help the first team futsal. I think Adam Dawson was a player who was involved in it a bit last year. Are they coming down, having a few sessions with you and learning a bit themselves?
Not the first team, but the youth teams and all the academy teams within the football side of things, they're doing futsal. So yeah, I believe it can help them definitely. They're getting more touches on the ball, they're getting different situations. Like Ben was just saying there, the players playing futsal they're under more pressure, they have to play in more tight spaces. So through all the academies up to the youth team, it's definitely giving them a help.
It is obviously a big game this weekend. If you do get an invitation into that new league that the FA are creating, what benefits do you think that could bring to the whole of Tranmere, not just the futsal side of it?
Being in that top league would obviously give us the opportunity to be fighting for the national title. And we're after success at the club as well. I'd like the futsal team to bring trophies to Tranmere, major trophies. So if we're in that top league, we'll be fighting for the English title and a chance to play in Europe. So in terms of, I think it can bring silverware to the club, and I think it's something the fans would really get behind if we are pushing at the top.